when a new baby is born, we all look at him or her and say, wow, that baby resembles you so much. Oh, wow, it's just a copy of his father or of his mother. Oh, see his mouth, or see her nose. And we tend to appreciate the look of that child at a time where we have absolutely nothing else to hang on. The person has not started opening the eyes, talking or expressing himself or herself. And so we focus on the body. And everyone is born with a body, a human body, with peculiar characteristics. Some are just slim and tall. Some others are more muscular. But the problem is, as people grow, we meet them and see them growing, or meet them on the street as older children or grown-ups, we continue focusing on the body. And that is a wrong attitude, because the body is only part of us. We are all made with a body, a soul that is the expression of, our emotions, feelings, our intellect, and so much more. And then a spirit. And the spirit comes alive only when we meet the Holy Spirit, the Lord. The others, people say, there is light, but the person is not at home. You see, look at people's eyes, and you will see whether they are really alive or not. But people have a soul, and that is very unique, just like the bodies are. So we should not assume that an old person is just discarded, to be discarded. Just like when I was a teenager, I remember people call old people PPH, meant in French. They will not even last the winter. That's the way people dismissed them. And yet, inside that wrinkled and slump body, there could be a very vibrant teenager, a very young person. Like people say, young at heart, still passionate about so many things. Seniors are to be valued. And I learned that as I got older. When I was small, I thought that if you are 20, you are so old. Then I got to 20 and thought, okay, maybe 40. I got to 40 and said, well, maybe 60. And we continue reassessing the world. People are not what you see. They are far more than that. They are children, very tiny children, that speak like mature and wise adults. The body and the years we count are not telling the whole story. And I want to give you an example from the Bible. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, it is written, who believed our message? Who has believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He has no form nor comeliness, And when we shall see him, there's no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid him as if it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. This was talking about Jesus. But he was not looking different from other young adults of his age. When he started his ministry, people didn't know it was him. It was not written on his face. Son of God. He was not shining. John the Baptist, when Jesus approached him to be baptized, had to be told by God, "This is my son." And the people that came to arrest him on the day of his arrest at Gethsemane, they had been told by Judas, "The one I kiss, it will be him." Because otherwise, they would have seen a group of men not knowing which one to arrest. And that shows you, Jesus was different, but his body didn't show that difference. What marked him as difference was the way he talked, the way he behaved, his actions, that people say speak louder than words. There are proverbs that say it's not the look that tells the man. So I want to invite you, stop tagging people, young, old, black, brown, yellow, crooked, handicapped. Whatever words we use, just bin them. Bin those words and start looking at people afresh. If you're a Christian, ask God to open your eyes so that you see. It's just like you see a caterpillar. If not that you had learned something about it, you would not know that it's a future butterfly. If you see a diamond in the rough, you wouldn't know that it's a precious stone. When you see a child, how would you know that it's a future discoverer, a future scholar, a future commander of the armed forces, a future painter? All this is hidden to view. And when you see a child in the womb, on the computer, how would you know who that child is going to be? So as we abort children, we are aborting the ones that will save us, the future surgeons, the future scientists, the future painters, the future music creators, the future mothers, carers. Open your eyes. Open your eyes and see the way you should be seeing. See more than the eyes will see, and get a sight